Tower, this is Fox Lima Tango Fox, inbound to land. I'm at 1,500 feet, about 15 miles to the east.
The next tool I want to talk about is the DLSS swapper. Let's talk about that. This is an important tool that you'll want to get. This will help a lot in your sim. Now you can fly the way we've talked about so far. You can just get up, go flying, and not worry about any of this. But I'm going to mention this. This is actually a really good tool to use. It's going to help with performance and give you an upgrade to the DLSS that's in your sim. Now the DLSS stands for, you can see it right here. It talks about what it is. It's NVIDIA's Deep Learning Super Sampling technology in games. Right? And it says this tool enables gamers to optimize their gaming experience by upgrading or downgrading the DLSS version used in the game, which can improve performance, image quality, or compatibility. What sets it apart, it says it's comprehensive support for multiple upscaling technologies. And it talks about the NVIDIA DLSS and the AMD FSR and the Intel XeSS upscaling libraries. So these are what you can do. Now there's a video on it. I'll give you a link to that. I'll copy that and put it into my comments so you can go find the same thing. But key features, now they talk about it, what games are supported, tons of them. It's just forever. And you just simply download the installer. All right. Now once you download and install this, I want to show you how to use it. It's so simple. It's very easy to use. I'm just going to go to my start menu, DLSS swapper. And when I've got this running now, I just want to show you what it looks like and what you can do with it. So the swapper is running. I'm just going to make that full screen so it doesn't, you don't get confused by what's behind it. I see I've got a few things here. The Be My Tracker, which there'll be a link below for you to get your discount on. I've got two versions of the flight simulator. I've got the Xbox app version here, and I've got the Steam version here. All right, and you can see the category Steam and Xbox app. All right, I have both for all the testing that I've done since launch. Now I also have Steam VR, and I've got this tool I'm testing called Scramble, which I met the developer at FS Expo. So right now, I'm just going to focus on the version I'm showing you with the headset, and that's Flight Simulator 2024 Steam version, which I've been using since it was released. Now, it tells you the DLSS version. Doesn't mean a lot to any of us, right? It's like, oh, wow, it's version 3.10.5.3. Ooh. Yeah, we have no idea what to do with it, right? So what I want to show you is that we can click on it now, and when you double click on it, you get this screen. And this screen here, and you're going to see other videos, other people will show you this, because this has been a great tool for a lot of people. And they're like, holy moly, now my sim runs better. All right, so what we're talking about mainly here is the DLSS, and it's showing what version there is. All right, now just do the drop down and just have a look at what it shows us. So the original DLL, now DLL is a dynamic link library that comes with the sim. The original DLL version is 3.10.1, and I'm already up to 3.10.53. I just picked the latest one that I could find, and you should check this once in a while and see if there's something new. I did actually have 5.2, and recently 5.3 came out and I swapped it. So this will swap whatever version you have to the newest one. Now this is so much easier than asking us as non-technical people to go in there and start copying DLL files back and forth and wreck your system. All right, this is a safe way to do it, and it works, and everybody's using it. So now we can upgrade our DLL to the latest thing they can offer. And all you do is you pick it and you say swap, and it'll actually swap it, right? And now it says it can't swap it because it's in use already. Well, that's because it's the same version that is already in use. All right, I could swap it to an older one and then swap it back to the new one again. All right, if it isn't here as a download, if you haven't downloaded it to your system, when you say swap, it'll start downloading it. All right, and then you say swap again. So I'm going to cancel that. Now, mine's the latest version. There's also the DLSS preset. All right, now K was the current preset. There's now a newer preset. We could even go to NVIDIA recommended or go to preset M. I picked K because it was recommended by many people, including Mark. I'll leave a link there to Mark's videos. He's an excellent resource. I've been doing this for a long time, and he's very knowledgeable. And we all look towards him to get some ideas also. So preset K was the best one because that's all there was. Now there's also an M, which is after that. Well, L and an M. So I could even say, let's try the M and see how that works. And then you can see in here, DLSS ray reconstruction. Nothing found there. DLSS RR preset. Again, you guys, I'm not here to explain all the acronyms. I have no idea. It just says not found. All right, frame generation. What's my latest? Again, 310.5.3, and I'm on the latest. I don't have to swap that. But that's how you do it, and it puts the latest in there for you. Anything else that says not found, we're not going to worry about. All right, and it knows the install path. That's my Steam app. And it knows the name of it. And now I've just swapped my DLSS. So you can see that is now at the latest. The rest of them, I can see here it says not applicable. It doesn't have a DLSS. So it says not found. Nothing works in there. All right. So that's an app that doesn't need it. Here's an app. It apparently doesn't need it. Right. Again, it says not found. It's actually looking at the app and saying, well, I guess it doesn't need one. Down here, you can see here's my Xbox app version. It's on 3.7.20. Wow, 3.7. This was 3.10. All right, let's see what goes on in here. And we'll go up here, 3.7.20. This is a perfect example of how to upgrade it. Look, 3.7.20 is the current original DLSS. I can change that one to 3.10.5.3. All right, say swap. And it's now on 3.10.5.3. It's on preset M, all right, which is the latest. And over here, the frame generation is still on the old 3.7.10. Let's change that one also. So you should do the same. Because it's already on my system, it found it. It didn't have to download it. So now I've updated my Xbox app version of the sim. Perfect. That's one more step towards a better performance. And when it comes to VR, you need the best frames you can get. You need the best performance you can get. That's the DLSS swapper. Now, this is not a Pimax thing, but I want to mention to you guys that here's another way to help with the performance of your system. Again, the whole focus of this video was to show off the Pimax headset because I love it. I've got the best thing you can buy, but I've also got a less than perfect system to run it. And that's going to be the majority of you who are watching this right now. So I need all the help we can get. And there's the DLSS swapper, there's the Pimax play settings, there's the sim settings, and those three areas we can sit and play and figure out a balance. But start with the defaults. Now, I also want to mention something I just recently found which helped my frames. They jumped about 15 frames per second. I went from somewhere around 30 to about 45 frames in VR. All right, so let me just mention to you, the name of this tool is called the VR Auto Optimizer. Let me show you what that looks like. I've taken some screen snaps so you can see what it looks like. And so it looks like a standard DOS. It's actually just a script, you guys. You download it, you run it. It's a batch file. I know batch files, they're so 80s, right? I taught DOS for years. I taught batch files and how to make them. I did all of that for years and years and years. And here we are running a batch file. It's a black and white little box that pops up. Now, when you run this thing, it looks at your system and it sees anything that you can have that could be optimized. There's DCS World Steam, DCS World Standalone. It's looking at my system and it sees that there's MSFS 2020, MSFS 2024 in all either Game Pass or in Steam versions. So this is on my system. Now, I've selected number 1, which is my 2024 Steam version, which I use for all my streams. This is my current sim with all the airplanes and stuff that I bought for it. Now, you'll notice that I've selected number 1. It says preparing system. Now, what this tool does, as what we can see that it does, it reduces services you don't need. It gets rid of your browser. If you've got Chrome open, that's one of the big hogs. It gets rid of that. Obviously, the Microsoft browser, it gets rid of that too, if you've got that running at the time. Any services that use those browsers and any services you don't need, such as like print services we don't need while we're in VR. So it gets rid of all the extra stuff that's taking up a few cycles here and a few cycles there, and it increases your frames and your performance by a simple tool like this. Now, what's cool about it is it puts it all back afterwards. So if we go over here to the next screen, here it is now optimized. You can see that it found MSFS 2024. It launched it for me. and it went in and started optimizing performance. And during this moment, I saw other screens because I got multiple monitors. Other screens, my browser disappeared, my Discord disappeared, my all those things I had running, and you can certainly open them after if you want. And then it comes up with this screen saying, do not close this window. Enjoy your flight. Greetings from, and this says VFR Flight Sim Guy and Shark. They work together to make this happen. So we'll call it the Shark tool, everybody. This is cool. Now we leave this running in the background and we don't even see it because the sim now runs. It'll automatically start running, and now the sim is running. And this is sitting in the background. All right. Now, when you're done, it will actually put everything back together. All right. So let's see that happen live. I'm going to show it right now. Let's see it happen. So I'm going to go here to the sim. I'm going to go straight to the main menu. And let's see what happens. What pops up when we quit to desktop. Here's quit to desktop. And once it disappears, we should see it's still running in the background as a window. Let's see that happen. Now the sim itself is closing services, and there it goes. Now watch what happens here live. All right, and we'll just wait for a moment. It sees that the sim is now closed, and it says, oh, let's put things back the way they were. And we're going to see windows start to pop up. Just be patient with it. Don't close this window. Let it put things back the way they were. Even though you could start things up manually. Look, restoring system. Do you see that? 4 of 4. And there's one of the things that it restarted. Now, the interesting part was I never did have this browser running. All right, this is Microsoft browser. I never have this running. I use Chrome. But it put it back. It must have seen the service was still in the background. All right, it put that back. It put back a DLSS swapper screen was disappeared at the time. You can see it put back something else I had open here. So it put all those back. Those are on different monitors. But those are all back in place now. And it finished what it's doing and closed itself. Now, the interesting part to finish this part off, the interesting part is, and I took a screen snap, the interesting part is it actually made a file. There's actually a log file in here. All right. And I'm going to go show it to you to see what happened. This is a really great tool. And again, it wasn't my intention to do this video on, playing with this tool forever, but these are things that'll help you in VR. And that's the focus of my video, certainly to show off the best VR headset that you can find, but also I want to show you how to get better performance out of these things because you'll need all of that. Let's go into the file system. Let's go into my optimizer folder, and in there you'll see there's the README to talk about it. There's the batch file you run, but there's the sim launcher log. In the log, it shows how many times I've actually started it up and what actually happened. To some of you, you don't care about this. It just let it do it. I'm good, and I'm getting better performance. I get that. But if you do want to see what happened, you notice in here, so 1, 2, 3, 4 times I've used it now. You notice in here it says power plan active for 2024, OneDrive killed, Discord killed, Chrome killed, Edge killed. It says method Steam, Target Flight Simulator EXE, away it went. Process active, good. Starting cleanup when we're done now. Look at the timestamp, 6:13 to 8:04 now. Starting cleanup, system reverted, Edge restarted, Discord restarted, OneDrive task start, and OneDrive task finished. So there are plenty of other things it doesn't show in here. They're just talking about things that actually popped up. There are services that run inside your system. And if you go to Task Manager, and this is not a technical video, we're not going to be showing you everything, but if you go to your taskbar, and, well, mine's full there. I can't really find a blank spot there. But if I go to my taskbar on another machine and just go to Task Manager, I can see, as soon as it comes up, because there's a lot of stuff running right now, I can see what's running. All right. And you can see all these processes that are running. There's Chrome actually running, Discord running, Moza Cockpit EXE, which I use for my AB6 force feedback stick. Notepad's running. I'm making notes as I go along in the videos here. Snip and Sketch, I use that for screen snaps. Task Manager, I'm running right now. Windows Explorer running right now. But look down here, background processes. Now, many background processes, apart from antivirus, but in many background processes here, we might not need. For instance, look at all my Dropbox processes. All right, so it would go in and look at all the Chrome processes taking up percentage. So it would go in and clean a lot of stuff up. And the end result is simply that you get better frame performance. And I'll tell you, my numbers went from 30 in VR. I get 60 normally in the sim. I get 60 frames in the sim on this screen with this card. drops down to 30 in VR. And with this tool, I'm now sitting at 45. The key to any sim performance is to be above 30 or above. That's the rule. Then it's smooth. All right. As long as it's smooth, we can start improving quality of stuff after that. And so really getting 45 frames in VR with a less than ideal card, a lot of people say get a 5090 card. I think they're about $1,300 right now. I can't do it. So I'm trying to make it work with what I've got. And that's why I'm making this video for you. Also, the shortcuts, the things to make it go faster, the things to make you get up to speed really fast. These are the tools I'm using. Now we can focus on the Pimax Crystal Super and just see how it looks. Here we're going to go do a test here. I've got the standard speakers on, so these are the ones that come with it. I'll put the extra ones on, the higher fidelity ones on afterwards, and show you how to do that. But right now we'll just leave the standard ones on. I've got my pod mic on here with its magnetic clap. I've got my pod mic on here with its magnetic clip, and right now I've got it in the normal position for speaking, and that's what you're going to hear me use here. And then in my recording, I just selected that microphone. And that's what I select also when I talk to ATC. So now I'm just going to take the umbilical cord over my head, put this on like this, and I see space, the final frontier. And that's the default for the Pimax. You don't see that, but it's gorgeous. I can look all around, and it's just a full sky everywhere. I'm not going to tighten it all the way down yet. I'm just going to peek out of the bottom, reach over to the control and tab. The screen should change, and now I'm inside the helicopter. The first thing it says is press shift when I've got the right pilot view. So again, I'm just going to peek underneath, hit shift, and I'm there. Now you notice there's the game bar at the top showing up all the time. So I'm putting this down over my head and just tightening it up till it's really snug. Doesn't have to hurt. It's got foam everywhere, so it's really snug. It's kind of loud in my ears because I've got the speakers are right above my ears. When I put the other ones in, they'll be right over my ears, so I'll hear better bass. I've certainly got lots of audio going on, and hopefully you're hearing the microphone here also. Should be close enough for you to be able to pick that up. It should be near the corner of your mouth, so I might have to move it. Pardon the noise, but I'm going to just pick it up, turn it, and put it back down. That's a little too close. I'm going to bring it out a bit and maybe even up a bit. So it depends where you've actually mounted it. I'm going to try that. That's probably the best one right there. And it looks like it might even be sideways. Let's try that. So that might even be a better one right there, whatever that looks like. All right, so now I've got my helicopter running. I've got my stick in my hands. I've got my collective down here by my side. The first thing I want to do is get rid of that game bar, so I'm just going to click it. I have that as a hotkey on my collective. Now let's let you see what happens here. I'm turning right and left and looking inside the helicopter. Looking great. You're just seeing a moving screen. Hey, there's some people over there. Watch out. All right, let's do a normal helicopter takeoff. This is the Robinson R22 by Cow & Sim. I'll just do a quick check here. Annunciator lights are off, no alarms. We've got rotor RPMs at 104. Temperature and pressures are in the green. My fuel is at half, and my cat is out of the yellow. Okay. I'm looking left. It's clear. Those two guys are still there. Looking up. Yep. I've got rotor blades. And looking right. It's clear. Up we go. A little bit of left pedal. Some collective. And let's get flying. Oh, what a feeling. What a feeling. All right. So from here, what I want to do is just give you an idea of what it's like in an aircraft while we're doing 3D. For me, it's a wonderful view. For you, you're seeing a 2D version of it in front of you. I'm going to get up and out of the way. Let's head over this way and just see what we can see. Take a look at the resolution while you're at it. What I'm seeing in my screen is a foveated view, which means that the center of my screen is really high res. The periphery isn't, but I can't really notice it until I look right around there. Talk about realistic. I don't hear any of the bass of the thumping.
I've got a 2-blade rotor up above, and it's not going thump, thump, thump like you expect it to. Even if you go to the outside view, it's louder, of course, but that's not what we're after. So I really do want the other speakers in here. Let me just get this thing. That should be more of a heavy-duty sound, right? Alright, so let's get going. We'll do some speed up here. Oh yeah, let me just show you around, just so you can see how it works. So here I am looking around a building. I'm going to actually turn around this way and take a look and see what it is. Odyssey Aviation, okay. Come down around this way. Don't see any names on those helicopters. Let's move over more. I'll just do a side move like this. And I see Odyssey is also there. There must be some other types of businesses here. Let's just have a look over here. Everything's in 3D, all those hedges. When we go by the trees, they look great. I'm sure they don't allow helicopters in this area because people are standing around. And hopefully the microphone you're hearing right now has got some good sound. It's going to pick up some of these speakers too, I'll bet. Let's go over here and let's go find the P-51 Mustang tourist airplanes. We'll go find those, and we'll go find the Cirrus Center too. And get myself over the fence. There's runway 6. Away from that tree. And we'll just pull it around here and come to a stop. Boy, does that ever feel good. I actually feel it as if I'm having that motion. And I'm ready to do something over here. Alright, let's go back where we started. Right over here. That's just to give you an idea. Here I am in 3D. In my view, this whole world just opened up. This whole world is exactly like it is in the real helicopter in an airport that I know well. This is Kissimmee Airport, K-I-S-M, Kilo India Sierra Mike, and this is in Kissimmee, Florida, just south of Orlando. Over behind me there is MCO, the famous MCO. Put it back down where we found it. Let me get this thing into some kind of stable hover here and then put her down. Alright, that's the tour, you guys. The interesting part is you can also, if I can reach over and grab the keyboard here, I can also press the Shift C and go outside the helicopter. Kind of noisy. Reach down here for my Xbox controller, and from here I can walk around. Oh, it's not letting me. Wow. Wow, while I'm in this view. Oh, there we go. It's gonna let me walk. Here we go. I'm actually gonna let me do some running. Let's go in the hangar. So that's an interesting part too. Now, what's interesting is the sound of the helicopter isn't diminishing as I get further away. But I'm on foot. And I'm going in here to look at this thing. Almost looks like a Gabriel or something. And again, I'm looking around in 3D, and wherever I look, none of the image is moving. You're seeing it move. Whoops, I was using my controller. As I look around at things, I realize everything is in 3D. It's pretty amazing. It's a wonderful experience. Wow, the hangar is huge. And if I go back too far, yeah, I see my body. Wow. So let me just go into the keyboard here. I'm going to go over and press the delete key. Let me see if I can just come over to here. And now you get to actually see the body of me actually walking around. Let's go talk to these guys over here. That's kind of cool. The only thing different about this is that you still hear the helicopter loud, right? So it's, hey guys, what's up? What's up? You know? And I'm looking at them real close. Here's some guys over here on a picnic table. So the whole 3D thing of it, I mean, the cars too, when you look at them, at all the angles all around them, it's just an amazing thing. So you could actually go exploring now. You know, this is Flight Simulator 2024, where you can go anywhere you want. Not even inside the airplane anymore. That's pretty cool. So we'll get back to the helicopter. Another way is just to press Shift C and we'll get back in again. But I wanted to share that with you. We don't need all these tags up here. Let me go get rid of those. I've got a simple button here for that. There we go. That's more realistic. And this is where we hold all our helicopter lessons that I'm giving on Tuesday nights. All right, that's the demo, you guys. I wanted to give you an idea now to get back out of it. Well, first let's get back into the helicopter. Like that. Like that. And we're back in again. And at any time you want, let's say that I'm thinking that I'm too far back in the seat, I can press the Shift key, like move my head a little forward this time, press the Shift key, and now that's my new location that inside the aircraft. Now from here I want to go to the keyboard and I want to press Control Tab, and that gets me back to a normal 2D, which also gives me space. And now I'm sitting inside space. I'm going to put away my Xbox controller. And then I'm just going to take off the headset. And that should be the 2D screen right there. Oh, there's inside again. Now you can see, without the helicopter in my ear, you can see I could just hold it like this and move it around. You can see what's happening. My head's not moving now. I'm not using my head. So it won't be able to tell where my eyes are. Right around to the back of the helicopter. And then looking down to the helicopter, it looks so much different this way because you don't get to see what I get to see. I can poke my head down and really get to see the dials and everything really nice. So you're getting an idea what it looks like, but you're still not seeing what I see in 3D. It's just a great experience. That's a taste of it anyway, and that's a taste of this microphone too. Now I'm going to put on the high fidelity speakers.
All you need is a small Phillips screwdriver, the star screwdriver, and you can easily remove and replace them with the new ones. Check out the video right here from the Pimax website or from YouTube.
So now I've put on the high fidelity speakers. These things, as you can see, have a bigger bass speaker, and then the tweeter part can still come out the normal port. They are also adjustable too. So once you've installed them with that single Phillips screw like you saw, you can adjust them to wherever your ear ends up being. So that's what you'll do. You'll lower the headset band first, tighten it up, and then center the speakers right over your ear. All right, and that's what we're going to do right now. Not sure if you saw that well, but this speaker can now move anywhere you need to around your ear. All right, so let's do that now. There we go. Going into VR. And I'm underneath the helicopter, so obviously I have to press the Shift key. There we go. That should be good. Let me just see what you see on your screen. Yep. You see it in 2D, but you're seeing the same view. All right, I lowered the headset, tightened it up, so it can be hands-free with my glasses on. That feels nice and comfortable just like that. And now I'm going to bring... Holy moly, that's beautiful. Now you can adjust your volume on your headset. Microphone's in the right spot. Sorry, I've been touching the microphone. And right above the microphone is your volume controls. So now here you can see I'm taking it down. I don't know if you see the volume control, but I'm taking it down to about 75%, maybe 67%. I don't know if that showed up for you, but it did for me. And I've got these right over my ears. They don't actually touch my ears, but the bass sound now, I'm getting the thumping sound. Let me just redo my view here. Back to a Shift key. And let's also get rid of that game bar at the top. Like that. Man, you can sure feel it now. And then now I'm going to go outside the helicopter. Wow, what a feeling. Let me see where my umbilical cord is. There we go. It's going around my head. Okay. I'm going to adjust my cord. You're seeing this on camera. I'm going to adjust it so it's going around. I've twisted my headset around, but there we go. Now it's around the back comfortably. You can put the cable behind you now. It's right out of your way if you're doing other things. And so the sound is amazing. There's no doubt about it. This is much better. I'm leaving these ones in now. And just do a quick flight to see if it changes. I want to do a deceleration and hear the flap of the two-blade rotor. Let's head up. Stay in the hover. Oh, just loving it. Absolutely loving it. I would highly recommend that you get the microphone. You're going to need to talk to ATC. I'm going to do a demo of that at some point. And definitely get the extra earphones. And these things just make such a difference. And if, let's say, someone tried to talk to you right now, you could just flip them up. I don't have it in this ear now. Flip that one up. Wow, it's quiet. So even just flipping them up now, maybe you had to answer the phone. You're sitting on the ground. Boy, that's amazing. You just flip it down and you've got the full volume again. Wow. That's amazing. All right. Off we go. And don't forget to hang them somewhere where you don't wreck the microphone. I did bump it once and off it came. Did they see that? I bumped it once and off it came. And that's what I like about this magnetic microphone. And if I'm not going to be using it for this flight, I can even put it up like that.